Ooh, hello there, my fellow miners and crafters. GoodTimesWithScar here, and welcome back to the wonderful worlds of hermits and crafting. And we're high above Scarlandia on our brand new brick chimney with a little bit of smoke coming out. And we got to thank the False of the Symmetry for building us this, and of course, a Santa Claus. Let's go take a look at that. So we've got these things high above on our skyscrapers looking absolutely amazing. Look at that thing. It's like a little minifigure, right? Look at the little hands. That's my favorite part. It's got these like little tiny hands and they're absolutely wonderful. And of course the chimney, which we were just standing on. So today is our Christmas episode. We've got an amazing assortment of fun and wonderful things planned today. So let's get this started. Here in the community area, that is right. This is our project for today because we are going to transform the petrified tree here in the center of Hermit Hollow into a Christmas tree. That's right. We're going to make this thing into an entire Christmas tree. Still kind of dead and petrified, but we're gonna festify it. Ooh, did we just make up another new word? Festify. I like it. I like it a lot. And so what we're gonna do is we're going to make lights, stringing all the way around. We're gonna have Christmas ornaments hanging down, and we're going to build presents all the way around the tree. And that, of course, is gonna be our Secret Santa for Joe Hill. So we're creating a little tree for him. We're creating, some presents down here. So we gotta get some fun things together and put in the little presents we're going to put all around here. So I am super, super excited about this, and of course a very, very Merry Christmas to you all, and I hope you guys are all excited for Christmas. I sure am, and especially our Christmas Hermitcraft special episode. That's right, I enjoy these. This is our second one so far. Our first one was last year where we built a Christmas cabin in the snowy forest on Hermitcraft, and it was amazing. So highly encourage you guys to check that episode out. I talked a little bit about Christmas memories and different things along those lines, but we've got to get busy today. So let's head back to base and see if we can get together some resources, because we're gonna need a lot of colored blocks, colored glass, and a little more festive cheer here. So let's get going. And welcome back to Santa Scar's workshop here. So we're hanging out and trying to get as many resources as possible for this, because like I'd mentioned before, this is going to require a ton of colored blocks. Look at all this stuff that I've generated so far. This has taken hours to get all this stuff. This is all concrete, brought down into the hardened form. And we've got some additional hardened clay over here. And of course, we're getting some glass. So one of the things that we're going to use to make string lights. So what I found when looking at old-fashioned lights, those are my favorite, like the ones from like the 80s, those big old things that used a ton of electricity and or caught on fire. So we're going to try to make some of those. And we need some dark prismarine. I've asked the Impulse of the SV if he would be generous enough to lend us some, and he said yes, we just need to supply the ink. So let me get some ink here, and I don't know if I've got any in here, so I only have 2 sets here and then a little bit here. I have a box somewhere lost, so let's find that, head over to Impulse's base and make some dark prismarine for our Christmas lights. So I have found my ink sacks, so I've got an entire box full of that. Now, this legitimately is one of the coolest things on the server, and that is Impulse's door leading to his base. So watch this. By the push of this button, this wall shall disappear. Isn't that amazing? That is what I want for the CDF back at Scarlandia. That is really, really cool. Anyway, let's transform ourselves off into the Guardian Farm, and this is where we should find, according to Impulse, boundless realms of prismarine. And hello there. How are you doing? Good? Why is there a llama in a cage? We may never know. Anyway, let's head on down here and look at this thing. I have never been in here. Oh my gosh, this is, wow, this is intense. What is this, like a giant paper farm over here? And what is that over there? Like a melon? Wow, a melon farm? This is insane. So this is just like, I believe, the underbelly of his base, which is this beautiful intertwined base up at the top. Looks really cool. It looks like we've got some guardians coming in here, stopping by, having some good times. So, okay, we got to figure this out. I've never made prismarine in my life. So we've got these like shards. We've got these little pearly things. some fish, and I don't think there's any ink. No, because he said we needed to bring some ink. So I guess we just grab one of these and see what happens. I don't know if we need one of these, so we'll just see. So we're gonna jump into inventory. Okay, so we have access to these guys. Oh, I love this book so much. Okay, so this is the recipe. And are we only getting 1 per set of these? Oh my gosh, this thing is really expensive. I had no idea dark prismarine was that expensive. After Christmas, when I clean this all up, I'm gonna probably bring this back to him. That is really expensive. Okay, so let me craft this all up and then we'll head back and start working on this. Back into our workshop, and I do believe that we have finally got all the resources necessary for today. So first thing we're going to look at is we've got our colored concrete. Now these of course are going to be some of our ornaments, and that's not going to be something today. That's scary stuff. And of course, this is going to be presents down below. And of course, continuing on with that, these are the hooks for the ornaments. Now over here, these are our additional supplies for ornaments and of course our lights. So that's a thing over there. We got some more ornament materials, and this is going to be our string. So we'll have this strung all the way around the tree, and then we'll have our prismarine, like a so, is kind of the little spout that the bulb goes into. And I think we've got, oh yeah, here's our glass, beautiful. And then this should be some of our wools and things along those lines. And there we go. I think that's it. I think we finally got everything. So let's start packing this stuff all up and head off to the community area, and we can finally start working on that tree. Flying into the community area, it is time to get started. So let's take a little loop around the actual tree. This is my favorite area right here because you can see all these little pieces of the tree hanging down. It's really fun to actually fly through here. And I cannot wait for the end of the season where you guys can come on here and fly through here for your very own on your Elytra or whatever, just checking this out. Like, I cannot wait for that. Hopefully we can get the world onto a server and you guys can all come on and enjoy it. That would be really sweet if we could do that again. Anyway, I've got a little station set up here with my shulker boxes. I've got some of them set up and ready to go. And I've got some scaffolding material clear for launch. So what we're going to start with is getting some of the little ornaments built, some of the basics ones. So we're going to get kind of these kind of balls hanging down, and we're going to kind of mix them up with some colors and add some glass and things along those lines. So my thoughts are that we're going to put them on these branches looking outwards like this. So we'll kind of hang them down, and then from there we're going to take it and add maybe a hanging creeper or a pickaxe that's hanging down. Things along those lines I think could be really cool, kind of add to that Minecraft Christmas feel that we're trying to achieve with our Christmas tree. So let's start on this branch right here. Let's start on this one right here. There we go. I think that's gonna be a perfect one. So let's start getting our scaffolding together. And I want to tell you guys a quick story. That's right, quick story time with SantaScar. And let me, yeah, there we go. So one of the cool things about living in the Northwest is there's lots of abundance of cool Christmas trees. And we used to kind of go to different places. And one of the times we were like, why don't we just go into our backyard? Because our backyard backed onto a forest. And we had a lot of little trees growing. And there was one particular tree that was starting to get pretty darn big, and it needed eventually cutting down because it was interfering with a lot of other stuff. And some of my bright idea was to, why don't we cut this tree down and we use that for a Christmas tree? So I was kind of in charge of this because my dad never really liked putting Christmas lights on. I mean, he liked all the other aspects, but he used to hate putting Christmas lights on. And that became like, okay, why don't I just do it? I don't mind it. So I decided to take up this opportunity to get the chainsaw. That's right, Scar the chainsaw. That's not scary at all. And go up there and get this tree down. Now, an issue with trees sometimes is they look deceiving. A tree of a medium size may be very much larger inside. So keep that in mind. So I've got the chainsaw and I go to work, and it turns out our chainsaw blade was very dull. It was incredibly dull, and I worked at it for like an hour or more trying to get this tree down. And eventually, with a lot of pushing, a lot of heaving, and actually a bit of manual work with my dad, like he finally just got out a saw and was like, and eventually we got that thing out. And once that fell, that's when the size really became apparent. And I'm trying to get this thing lined up just right. There we go. Okay, so I think we should be good. So we'll bring this down. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think would be good. And it looks like we're not going to be able to do that. So let's clear out a little more of the scaffolding so we can reach down. The ledge is a wonderful thing, but you cannot always use it like creative flight. As much as sometimes you wish you could, get under that last block when you, especially in Skyblock, it's impossible. All right, so let's pull this down like that. There we go. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. One more. There we go. Awesome. Okay, so we get this tree down. Now we got to drag this ginormous tree to the deck to try to get it through the sliding door because it's not going to fit through any other door. So once we get it to there, it takes 3 people to pull it through the sliding door because of course the sliding door can't contain this tree. And we finally get it in there, and it is absolutely ginormous. It takes up the entire living room, and it's kind of a wild tree, so it's got some weird, just kind of sparse parts on it. But I'm like committed at this point. You're committed. You cut this tree down. This is gonna be the Christmas tree. So I go to work. I get out the Christmas lights. I get out the old Christmas lights, the ones that are like half broken because I had to like put them all the way around this thing. And with a ton of work, I got that on. And I don't remember exactly when or exactly how this happened, but eventually it tipped over onto me and people had to come and pull the tree off of me, this ginormous fir tree. Just collapsed Scar, and Scar's under it and just like, help me, I can't get out, I'm under the tree, save me. So there's our first ornament. I think that's looking pretty good. And yeah, I just remember that was like one of my favorite Christmas memories is going out and chopping down what I thought was this little tree and clearing that thing out, and it being fortunately way bigger than anticipated. It's funny because in this Christmas, my grandparents came over and we're all just kind of like segregated to this like little corner of the living room because this ginormous tree takes up the whole thing. I think that looks pretty cool. So let's take just a quick little fly down here, and there we go. Let's get like a million more of these things going. So let's go back to our colored box of wonderment and let's see what other beautiful colors that we can find within it. Can we land? There we go. Beautiful. So here we go. So one of the colors I thought would be nice is white and yellow together. I think that'd be really cool. Combine maybe a little bit of green and lime green. That's always fancy. I don't know if that's too Christmassy. Maybe a little light blue and white might be nice. That could be really cool too. Another option we have, where's this box, is we could do end rods instead of cobblestone. You see what I want to do here is this would allow us to add just a little bit more light into it. So just like a little extra pop of light into the actual design might make it stand out a little bit more, and I think I like that. What do you guys think? I like that. That looks really cool. I, in some regards, wish it was a little more round, but I think within Minecraft, that might be the best we could do. We could always take out this block and the upper block on the top. Excuse me now, zombie. It's Christmas time. You don't need to use that kind of violence here. Jeez Louise, what was he thinking? Anyway, I think that could be really cool. Hello there, Bob. I see you looking at my ornament. Anyway, let's start kind of thinking about how many more of these we can make, and of course, any modifications. So let me start adding some more ornaments. Ow, I need my helmet. And like that, we now have some of our ornaments made up and ready to go here. And I think they are looking really nice. They're bringing a lot of color and festive cheer, of course, to Hermit Hollow, which is looking really nice. Bob the Crew Building Inspector, as you can see, totally approves of these. So I think within these designs that we've created, we can take these basic ornaments and bring them all the way around the tree. And then after we complete that, that's when we can start adding some of the ornaments that have a little more flair of Minecraft, if you will. Like we talked about, pickaxes, creeper heads, things along those lines, I think could be really cool. But I'm just really happy with this. I think this is definitely coming out. So let me bring these all the way around the tree, and then we can start working on those other designs. I'm definitely not going to make a skeleton ornament now. Look what you've done. All right, let me work on these. Welcome back, and as you, oh, it is truly hit Scar's head day. That's quite an intro to this clip there, but welcome back, and as you guys can see, we've got ornaments set up and ready to go throughout the tree, and I tried my best to keep each one of them unique, so there's what I think is one repeated ornament, and it's that yellow and white one, which I might change. But other than that, I do believe there is no repeated ornaments. So yeah, there's a lot of ornaments. So that was quite a feat. And they were fun because as I was kind of going along, I was almost thinking of certain server members or organizations and or builds and things along those lines. So when I built this one, reminded me of the Hermitron game. This one, Viva Revolution. And of course, the Allium Alliance down on that side. So yeah, different ones just inspired. Like there's the UFO from Stress's build, the Vex prank. So yeah, it was just kind of fun to think of a build or a person and or organization, and then build ornament themed towards that. Now, of course, these aren't named or put signs directing anyone to that. It's just things that went around in my mind, and you could think of it as that, or you could just take it as just a colorful ornament. Do whatever you want. So I think they look pretty cool. I'm absolutely loving them. So we've got them pretty well set up. Now, of course, I'm probably going to come through here and add a few more once we complete the decoration ornaments. That's right. We need to start looking for the locations where we're going to put our fancier ornaments. So the first one I'm thinking about is a pickaxe. So this branch right here seems super appealing in terms of that design. Now, what I think is a pretty good setup. So we have brown concrete, gray terracotta, and of course, light blue wool and cyan wool for our design, which could be a really cool diamond pickaxe. So it's like a miniature pickaxe ornament. Doesn't that sound fancy? So let me get some scaffolding, and I think right there is our best bet. And there we go. We got ourselves a little bit of scaffolding set up and ready to go. So let's do this. Now, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to build up the tip of the actual pickaxe. So this is like, give her so about 3 blocks. So 3 blocks like a so. Now, of course, this is the cyan, and then let me just put just a quick block like that. Boom. And then, of course, in this inner area, we're just going to fill in just a little bit of our light blue. See how that just gave ourselves a little of a highlight and a little bit of a shine? Yeah, that's looking nice. So then, of course, that's 3 blocks. So yeah, we're just going to do these little kind of ornaments. And these are, like I said, themed towards things in Minecraft. So maybe we'll have a shovel. Who knows? Maybe we'll have a dirt block. My favorite block. We can definitely experiment a little bit with this. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm actually gonna back off this one. I have a reference image here. Got a reference image for a pickaxe. Now we're kind of in uncharted waters here. I've never made a pickaxe in like a pixel art form. So this is a whole new world. All right, so I think that's going really well. And I wanted you guys to let me know what kind of like fun Christmas traditions do you guys have? What's a fun Christmas tradition that you have in your family, or like a holiday tradition or anything along those lines to kind of celebrate something, or just hanging out with your family, anything like that? Drop it in the chat. I'd like to hear that. Hashtag good times. That's right. We're gonna go hashtag good times and let me know. I think that's a good hashtag. It's an important hashtag, I'll tell you that. So yeah, I think that would be something fun. I'd like to read through the comments and see things like that. Let's see, I'm gonna put this one right there. Just something like super simple that we like to do is in Portland, Oregon, there's a place called Peacock Lane. It's a place where there's some older kind of storybook looking, oh, we're gonna have to fix this scaffolding. There's a place where there's some very kind of storybook-ish houses, and they decorate and things along those lines. And we usually try to go there at least every year when we're in town. And if we're not, we'll usually okay, this has gotten tricky. This has gotten tricky. We usually try to go a little bit before. Let's move down a little bit. My favorite house has the Grinch outside, and they've got these cardboard, really old-fashioned decorations. You know, no blow-ups, things like that. No, these are like old-fashioned, like handmade decorations that are, let's see, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this block back and then go up like so. Remind me, please, this needs to be 3. And this needs to be 3. And it's really cool. And it has the Grinch pulling the Christmas decorations off of the house. And since I was like 12 or something, I think the first time we went there, I was like, yeah, that's the best one. Look at that thing. The Grinch stealing all the decorations. Love it. I think I goofed up, but that is okay. What did I do wrong? Here, help me. I need help. I need help. I need some Scar help here, guys. I need some Scar help. Maybe let's pull this one back. So if this is 3 like that, dang it, I don't know what I did wrong. I know something is off, but I'm not 100% sure where it's off. Everything should be good. Give me 1 second. Let me fix this. I want to talk a little bit more about those Christmas lights. There we go. I think the issue was this block was 1 above, so placing that there should be equal to the other side. I think. So I think we're good. All right, there we go. So yeah, that's my favorite decoration is it's the Grinch is pulling the Christmas lights off of the house, and all the Christmas lights kind of like go into his like sack that he's pulling it into. It's super cool. I love it. So that's like a fun little Christmas tradition. And for a few years, we would go to my aunt's ranch. It was super fun. We'd go there, and within her ranch, like entire family was there. And like that's like seriously some of like my best memories of Christmas because entire family was there. For some reason, I always got sick. But other than that, I really enjoyed seeing all my family. And for the family members, that aren't with us anymore, that's really special because you think back then when you did have like good times with them and things along those lines, and always try to keep your family as close as possible because you never know. You never know how long you have with them. And so that's kind of a thing to remember this Christmas is to, for all the people who are still with you got to make sure you take some time to spend some time with them and enjoy their company. So how does this look, guys? The one thing I look at this, I think it needs a couple more blocks on the little back end of the stick. So maybe a couple more little squares there. But other than that, that's fantastic. I'm loving it. I don't think we're going to be able to see it from this backside. Yeah, because we put the scaffolding up there. So let's just make a nice little turn here. Oh, I'm loving it. So we need to make more of these things for sure. We need pickaxes. Well, that is a pickaxe, Scar. We need axes. There we go. We need some axes. We need some shovels. Like I said, maybe a creeper head or a diamond block. So yeah, I hope you guys like that. So let me brainstorm a few more of these ideas and get them hung up. And I'll be right back. Taking a moment here to appreciate something in Minecraft that I've never really taken advantage of, and that is lighting to the next level. Look at this very interesting lighting pattern that is on the mini pick. You see how the end rod just illuminates the top and the rest falls into shadow? It really looks cool. It gives it like a bit of a shine or maybe even a 3D look to it. I really like that. It's something I'd like to do in the future with Minecraft is to try to experiment a little bit more with lighting. I think that's a bit of an unexplored area in Minecraft is how to illuminate builds. We've spent so much time on landscaping, but maybe lighting is the next thing we try. Here is our minifigure of a shovel, not pick. Excuse me, the skeleton. We were having a nice conversation and you ruined it. No presents for you. You're getting a lump of coal. Anyway, but as you can see, like, look at the detail on there when it's like illuminated by that single light. I think it'll be really enhanced once we remove that torch down at the bottom, but just a little something to share with you guys about lighting. And maybe that's something we could work on together in the future builds coming up this coming year is lighting. I'm looking forward to this. Lighting seems like a really interesting realm to explore. Welcome back, and as you can see, we've got ourselves a sword now, so that is looking really cool. We've got the axe and a diamond, so let's take a little land here. I'm loving the little axe there. That is super cool. And now we've got a diamond. Now, once I've built a diamond, I can see 1,010 ways I could do it better. But time is limited. I want to continue a little bit. So I think it'll be fine because it's just an ornament. But I'm working on a new thing up here next to our pickaxe. There we go. And like I said before, like look at the lighting on that pickaxe. It's so cool how it highlights the top of the blade there and then darkens as it goes down. That is super cool. So what I'm doing right here, I'm making a 2-dimensional diamond block. So I think this will be pretty cool because, of course, Minecrafters dream of diamonds. That is all. Hey. You know who is not gonna get any presents this Christmas? That is not slimes, even though they're our arch enemy. It's the skeletons. That's right. That's right. Even Bob over there. Even Bob's gonna get a present. Think of that. Bob's gonna get a present, but the skeletons aren't. That's truly how in trouble they are right now. Anyway, so what I'm trying to do is like miniaturify it, right? I'm trying to scale it down, but still try to refine it to the point where you can still kind of see it and you're like, oh, hey, that's diamond. That's amazing. So that's what's tricky is you got to kind of find these little patterns in here. And so just kind of like break in here and bust open this little piece and changed a few blocks here and there. So that's what I'm doing right now. Just kind of finding my way through here. See, clearly that's blue, so that's not going to look so great. So let's stick with the cyans. And there's a lot of variety in Minecraft now. That's kind of the beauty of this game. It's just absolutely incredible how far it's come in terms of colors that we can use. Isn't that really cool? Because if you've been playing this game for a long time, you know, we were so limited back in the day to just say oak wood for stairs and slabs. And there was a time where those were very limited or non-existent. So it's really cool that we have such amazing things within the game now. So as you can see, this doesn't look that great, but we're going to continue to work on it. This gray might change to something more like that, maybe. Actually, yes. Oh my, that actually does look really good. I'm actually really surprised. That was just kind of like a test. I'm like, yeah, that is really good. And then we could use a little bit of a lighter tone to kind of highlight the stone. Anyway, that was just a little brief insight into my brain. It's a mysterious place, how I build things. Most of it's just trial and error. Anyway, all right, so I'll see you in a little bit. Hopefully we can get a beautiful diamond block out of this. Welcome back, and as you can see, I got a little Christmas ornamentation crazy with the tree, and I went deep into the night, and we're now in the next day, and yeah, look at all these ornaments. So let's start over here. We've got the CDF representing, so we've got a cat hanging from the tree, we've got a creeper and a torch, so that's looking super cool. Then of course over here we have our pickaxe from before, we have the ore block set up and ready to go, so that's the diamond ore, and then on this side over here, as you can see, there is a redstone ore block on that side. And of course, there's our diamond, which we showed. I think we showed that in our last clip. It's something that I would like to change, but I just keep going along. It's like I could spend all my time working on that or add more, and I chose more. So we've got a little bit of a redstone dust here. It's been scaled down a little bit from like a 1-to-1 replica, so I still think it looks pretty cool. And yeah, I'm loving it. This thing has been so fun to make these things, but it's probably one of the most resource intensive projects I've ever done. The amount of colored blocks and different variations has been just crazy. The amount of little details and dyes and all these things that we've needed for this. But I'm also really happy with the way it's come out. So our next phase here, so let's fly up to here and take a little stop. Whoa, no, I'm falling off the cliff. Yep. I'm going to need a life preserver for Christmas. If I fall off that edge one more time. Anyway, let's grab some ender pearls. That should help us here a little bit and shoot ourselves up here. And what we're going to work on now is we are going to start stringing the lights. That's right. So I've got this black concrete and I'm not 100% sure if we're going to keep it or not, but I just kind of want to see what it looks like. I want it to act like a nice big old power cord, right? Looking super fancy. So cut that piece in there like that. And we'll just kind of run this along here a little bit. So we'll cut that piece out, bring that over to here. Let's do one more on that side and then work our way this way just a little bit. We'll cut out this kind of excess right there. There we go. Looking fancy. One thing I wish the concrete blocks were influenced by haste, but as far as I can tell, they're not. It's something I actually want to test because I'm trying to find any easier way of harvesting it because it is a nightmare to harvest. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is we're going to take out our dark prismarine, okay? And then space ourselves out just a little bit more, do one more at the top. So think of Christmas lights. They're usually a very dark green, and this socket is what we're building right now. And we're trying to do this in scale because we could, you know, get really detailed and make a giant light bulb, but that would be really out of scale and ugly. So that's what we're trying to avoid. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take a little bit of glowstone. There we go, put that up like a so. And then let's do one more like that. Beautiful. I really hope this comes out and you guys like it. I'm a little worried. Okay, so we'll take that like that, and then we'll sneak around the back like so. Very nice, very nice. And we'll drop one more block like that around that section. There we go. One thing about Christmas, as you guys could probably guess, I love Halloween for the decorations and coming up with spooky things. And you, like I said, could probably guess that I love putting up Christmas decorations, especially lights, like designing the whole thing, getting it all set up. I love it to bits. There we go. That right there, I think is a really cool Christmas light. So like I said before, we're looking up like the really old Christmas lights, those big old like hunky ones. I think this looks cool. So let's do one more over here. So let's grab out just a little bit of this, and I'm trying to go in order. So our next one should be red, and we might have to make a couple modifications on spacing, but other than that, I think this actually should be really cool. Yeah, there we go. And then we'll drop one right there. And good, awesome. So yeah, when I was a kid, I used to just fly up that ladder and start throwing up Christmas decorations like crazy. The house that once I was really old enough to just kind of scale the roof, our house had such a crazy and scary roof that even I was just like, it's way too scary. It's instant death. That's all I can say. But I always wanted like a 1-story house where you could like just decorate and get on the roof and just go crazy. Put a Santa sleigh up there. That was always my dream. There we go. And then let's see here. How is that coming out? Oh, I think that's good. And then we'll knock this guy down like so, and then hop off and look at that. Nice. I'm really liking this. I think this could be actually really cool. And I'm not 100% sure about the actual black wire. So let's take a quick little fly down to our walkway, turn around, and yeah. Oh man, that looks silly. But I actually kind of like it. It kind of fits with just the over-the-top theme of the ornaments and stuff along those lines. So if we take that and we now do a blue, green, and a white, I think that is it. That's going to be really cool. So we're going to do this on this level, down here, and of course up at the top. And yeah, so let me start working on that, and I'll be right back. And we'll start putting our presents and leave Joe a little note about where he could find his Secret Santa. Welcome back, and there it is. The Hermit Christmas tree is now complete, and of course we have presents down below containing all the gifts for our Secret Santa, Joe Hills. And up at the top you might notice that the cord that wrapped around the design has been removed. I felt like it was a little distracting, so I removed the black concrete cord that we designed, and I think it could look good in some cases, but I think with the general design of the tree, I think this looks fine. We kind of simplified it a little bit. And at the very top, I want to show you this. I'm kind of proud of this. This is cool. So this level right here, the lights are a little bigger than at the top. That helps with the forced perspective feel of the design. And I think that came out really cool. I'm really happy about this. Now, I need you guys to tell me, what is your favorite ornament? You can let me know on Twitter. You can let me know down in the comments. Hashtag favorite ornament in the chat. I want to see what one you guys like. So we've got torches, we got creepers, we've got cats, we got pickaxes, we got swords, shovels, diamonds, redstone, all sorts of amazing things. Let's take a quick fly through the design, and you can even pick an ornament if there's a specific colored ornament you like. So let me know, guys, and I really hope you enjoyed. This episode has taken 2 days because I just really wanted it to come out perfect and get all the little details installed, and I think they're looking really nice. They're just shining up here. We got the redstone. There's the diamond. Oh, I'm loving it, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. There's the diamond block right there, looking absolutely amazing. There's the Christmas lights. I wanted to put Christmas lights all the way around, but I burned through all my resources in just this one section. Maybe we'll add them a little bit later, but I want to show you guys the contents of our presents for Joe Hills. No, wait. No, you're gonna have to wait for Christmas. That's right. You're gonna have to find out when Joe Hills opens those up from his episode. So we got a little tease for you, but let's open up the Secret Santa book here. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, Joe of the Hills. Your gifts are beneath the Hermit tree in Hermit Hollow. I hope you enjoy all the decorations and the lights. Your Secret Santa, Scar. We're gonna go place that in his base and make him our little present that he has to open up to get this. I enjoy putting things in present. It's quite fun, actually. But there we go, guys. Once again, a very Merry Christmas to you and a Happy Holidays, and I hope you guys have an absolutely wonderful new year. And we have some amazing things planned for this year, and I hope you enjoyed the last year. And yeah, like I said, hope you guys really enjoyed today. And if you did, a like rating would be very much appreciated. And until next time, this has been Good Times with Scar, and we'll See you later, and don't forget to subscribe because you may just become scarred for life.